It is almost time for Farm to Fourth. We're talking about the Mighty Children's Museum's special fundraising dinner. It's coming up on September 6th, and we have Emma Lanning-Johnson with us. Good to have you here today.
Good to be here.
We're going to talk about how you can be on 4th Street for this event coming up September 6th. Details in just a moment.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
The Tomlinson family, big supporters of the Mighty Children's Museum. They've been there from the inception.
Major part.
Absolutely.
Be lost without them.
You bet. This is a really cool event, talking about the Farm to Fourth event. I can't remember how many there have been, but it's a hot ticket. A lot of people want to be there for the event.
We started before we even opened. The very first one was our Fund the Farm. It was all the money went towards funding our little farmers market exhibit that we have. So people just came. We weren't even open. It was just white walls. They had posters of what it was going to look like, but they really didn't have a true idea since it hadn't been open yet. So we've just been going since then.
Yeah. And it's been a popular event. Just to describe for folks who have never been there, there's tables out on 4th Street, there's tablecloths, and there are dinners being served right there.
Yeah, we used to do, as you see in some of these pictures, one long table, and we did that, I don't know how many years, but last year we decided to start doing round tables, kind of. You can talk better with your groups.
Bring it together.
Yeah, doing round tables again this year, and we've given people the opportunity, if they want to buy a full table, that guarantees that all their people are going to sit at one table.
Yeah, and the tables are still available.
We do have a few left. We're selling tickets super quick. Our goal is 100, so we're almost there. But yeah, we can buy a full table for $8.50, or you can buy single tickets for $100 a person.
So if I have missed out or think that I've missed out, that's not the case.
No, we still have tickets.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. If you go to your website, that's where you can find links to make purchases?
Yeah, we have a tab on our website, mightymuseum.org/farm to fourth. And in there's a little description about what the event is, the price, the date. And then at the bottom, there's a button to click to buy your tickets.
So as we speak here, we've still got a couple of weeks, so you've got time to plan and get that taken care of. But don't sit there and wait. Right?
Yes.
What does an event like the Farm to Fourth dinner do for the Mighty Children's Museum?
This dinner, we have worked hard this year to get sponsors. So 100% of our proceeds go right into our expansion project. Because we do have some expenses. We've had a lot donated this year, which is fantastic. But we're working to get sponsors to cover some of the food, table rentals, music, any of our printing, stuff like that. So all of the ticket sales and all the donations we get that night go directly right to us.
The expansion is not out wide. It is up towards the top, right?
Yep. That is something we've been working on for a little over 2 years now. Yeah. It is a full-time job. I myself have a 6-month-old, and then our director, Kelsey, has a 2-month-old, and I don't think she took a day off work. She called me from the hospital to talk about this expansion stuff. It is a full-time job, but we're super excited to be working. They have a meeting this morning with our architects and our contractor to kind of finalize these plans, get some permits going, and once all that's set, we're ready to roll.
We saw each other back in, May, I think it was. We were at Western Schools for an event, and I said, let's get you in to talk about these plans one of these days, and we're this close.
This close.
Just so not close. Quite there yet.
Not quite. With this Appalachian grant money, it's all federal money, which is something we've never tapped into before. So it's been a learning experience for all of us involved, because we've always just done local grants. But this one is so much more involved. Weekly meetings with the city team, way more regulations. It's just a big learning process.
Now, the expansion idea came along, like you said, a few years ago, because Mighty Children's Museum has been preteen focused, I think, more than anything.
About 0 to 8 or 9.
Yeah, and this will give you an opportunity to take care of the older kids, which happen to be the ones who originally enjoyed the Mighty Children's Museum.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out that way. We kind of sat down with our board and said, we need to do something. We can either expand, because we do have the third floor, or we can do something else. And they all decided, why don't we expand? There's nothing in our town for older kids. If they're not in sports, what are they going to do? So our goal with this expansion is we'll have a STEM space for 8 to 13-year-olds. And
the cool thing about the building that you're in, this used to be the Adena Theater way back in the day, and then I think backstage was the bar and the whole deal. So all that has changed, and those of you that have supported Mighty Children's Museum, you know all this, but for those who don't, but in that upper portion, there is an area to get into, but you needed a ladder to get into it.
Yes. Back before it was a movie theater, it was a shoe store. I think maybe the war times, and he made this floor just for his inventory. So you walk up like through our like emergency exit, and there's the control room for the movie theater, which still has some of the old equipment. And then there's a vertical ladder. You climb up and can have to hoist yourself up, and then you have to go up more stairs, but the space is beautiful. It's got like wood ceiling, the brick walls, all of that. So it's a really, really cool space.
But it's that vertical ladder that's the big challenge.
Yeah. So people come, they're like, we have to take some pictures, look around. I'm like, are you wearing closed-toed shoes?
Right.
Are you prepared to climb?
So it's a workout. So we'll get the physical fitness part behind us when they get everything done. And I'm guessing an elevator?
Yes, we'll have they call it a convenience lift. We'll have a convenience lift, a whole new staircase that it'll be in the back of the museum up to the third floor. And then we'll have a new fire escape that goes all the way down. And
a lot of things to think about when you do renovation work like this, which is what they had to do originally. For folks who have never been to the Mighty Children's Museum, a lot of the same things are still there. You still have the tribute to the farm. You have the tribute to our paper industry. You have Hopewell, a little dig space for the kids. That never seems to get old for the kids, does it?
No. That's been since 2017. So what is that, like going on 8 years? This October will be open. Kids still go crazy. Now, we do have some plans to do small renovations now. We've worked with some of the original sponsors just to kind of revamp some things that are getting a little bit worn down because they're well-loved, but everything is still going to stay the same down on the main floor.
Yeah, and if you've got a kid who's 6 and under, they love watching the scarves go through the tree, running and grabbing them and pulling them back and doing it all again.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
And the water is a favorite, too.
How can people become members of Mighty Children's Museum?
We have on our website, they can purchase a membership online, or they can come in. All they have to do is say, hey, I'm interested in buying a membership. They fill out a form, get their card, and it's good for a full year. Covers 2 adults and all the kids in the household. Doesn't matter if they have 1 kid or if they have 10. Covers all of them.
Yeah, so that's really a bargain when you think about it.
I tell people if they plan on coming a handful of times throughout the year, it's definitely worth it to buy a membership because if you come after school and you're like, oh, it's only being 30 minutes, it doesn't matter because you have a membership. And then all of our events are discounted for members as well.
And don't plan on it being a 10 to 15 minute stay.
No.
Before Miss Amelia, our granddaughter, had started school, we would stop by the museum while Grandma was getting her nails done. Well, that's an hour. And I could not drag the kid out, and I felt bad. So make sure that you've invested enough time to be there because the kids will just have a blast.
Yeah. I say our average time is about 2 hours.
Yeah. So
sometimes longer.
It's a good afternoon. It is.
Yes.
We didn't talk anything about the menu for the Farm to Fourth event, so let's talk a little more specifically about it.
This year we are kind of breaking apart the meal and having different people do different parts. Keeney's Kitchen has offered to do our main course. If you're not familiar with them, they're in the Fort Collective. They do meal prep, but before that, they used to do catering. So they are putting together either a salmon dish or a filet with some great sides. So we're really excited to showcase them. I think they're excited to get their name out there because they've got some big plans in the city. The Poorhouse is doing our appetizer and our salad, and the Country Club is offered to do a side dish as well. And then on every table, there's going to be sourdough with butter, and Nicole Long is doing that.
I know you mentioned you've got your architect in today for a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible we'll have some designs for people to see?
Yeah, we've got some designs from our design team out of Cleveland for what some of the spaces are going to look like. We've got our second floor rendering for what that's going to be transformed into. And then we've got some of our party spaces upstairs because when we do the renovations, there'll be 2 party rooms upstairs.
Oh, nice. Even more birthday parties
and
other events.
Yes, very big.
Anything that we have missed you wanted to make sure we heard?
We also have a dessert bar this year. So we've reached out to local people in our community that have maybe an in-home bakery to do the desserts. So we've got Kelly Johnson, Mackenzie Wiseman, Heather Hughes, Miranda Archer, Taylor Massey, Linda Hurlis, and Chilla Coffee as well. Danny Hines is doing our music again this year, and we have Lori Graves as our MC.
Very nice.
And also we have, we talked about our sponsors that are helping to cover some of our costs. We've got Meredith Tomlinson with the Tomlinson Group, Gerber Insurance, Chicago Title, Mark and Kelly Johnson, and Mayor's Cares.
I have a feeling I've missed something. Day camp.
Day camp, yes. This is something that we've been trying to talk about for at least a year, something that we wanted to offer. We tried to do childcare, just figuring out ways that we can help families in our community because there's not much in our community. A lot of the daycares are filled up. They have a wait list. So we're offering a day camp called Mighty Minds. This is going to start September 17th and run through May 15th, kind of like a school year, on Wednesdays and Fridays from 8:30 to 2:30 for 3 to 5-year-olds. And they can email us at mightymuseumcamps@gmail.com for more information on that.
I think the coolest thing about the whole idea of the Mighty Children's Museum when it started, the women who were involved were like in your circumstance, young mothers, kids under 2, and they knew that they were going to have something for their kids to do.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful idea and how we've seen it come to fruition.
It's people ask all the time, like, are you going to bring your daughter to work? I'm like, I'll try not to, but it's the perfect place. When I bring her in, I'm like, doesn't mom work at the coolest place ever? Because it's just, she's just in awe of the lights and the colors and the scarf tree. So it's definitely a fun place.
If you've not been, you got to go see it. Will it be open during the Farm to Fourth?
It will not. We will close that Friday before, so September 4th, and we'll be closed until the Friday after.
I had a feeling that was the case because everyone who works inside will want to be working outside or enjoying the event. So.
And it's just, we have a lot of prep to do. We're going to try and get as much done as we can the night before, so we're not running around on Saturday and then close that week after, give us time to deep clean the museum, kind of refresh, restart for the rest of the year.
mightymuseum.org.
Yep.
That's where you need to go to find out more information so you can search on your own. It is the Mighty Children's Museum Farm to Fourth event coming up on September 6th, and it starts at 6 p.m. Emma, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
We wish you well. And thank you for watching as well, and our thanks to the Tomlinson Insurance Agency for sponsoring this edition of Litter Media Live.